if I traded it.
So welcome back to the show, everyone. Now listen up, this is important for information, and that's what I love about my show the most. It's just information for you guys out there. I have with me Carolyn Rhea. She's the owner of Professional Claims Management, and she also has with her Christopher Boardman, as well as Michael Harker. So welcome back to the show. You were on one time before, and you guys are here for a purpose. You know, you guys are public adjusters. Will you please tell everybody out there why people don't even hardly know about someone like you?
Absolutely, thank you. Well, public adjusters are licensed by the state of Arizona, or any state that they're licensed in, as insurance adjusters, but we choose to act on behalf of the policyholders only so that they can have representation during an insurance claim process. We specialize in property claims, residential or commercial. Most people have never heard of what a public adjuster is, and probably never will unless they have to file an insurance claim, and even then, they don't necessarily know that they can have representation outside of possibly an attorney. So we're the insurance industry's best kept secret. They don't want you to know that we exist, because what we do is we hold the insurance companies accountable. We make sure that they pay for everything that is owed under the policy. So that's a little bit about public adjusters.
Well, I'll tell you something, guys out there. You never know, something can happen. I mean, and I think I said it to you guys once before. I was in a major earthquake, and I only wish I knew that I could call someone like you. And that's what's really neat. So write this number down, because you never know. Maybe it's you, maybe it's someone you know that's had something like this happen, or you never know when you might need it. So the number is 480-840-1816, and you do free consultations with people and also second opinions. I want to talk about that real quickly. Let's go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to mention that one of the things a lot of people don't know about our services is that we're completely performance-based. So there is no obligation whatsoever. So in the event that you have an insurance claim going on, whether it's a fire, water loss, wind, anything like that, call us up. We can give a free consultation. We're going to be honest with you, show you exactly what's going on, what you're up against with your insurance carrier. And really, that goes back to our tagline, where we say that we are a friend, a protector, and a partner on your side.
Well, I think people just think that they normally, when something happens, oh, I got to call my insurance company. But they don't have to. They can call you first.
They can call us first, they can call us after. That's one of the things that's unique about our service, is that whatever process or whatever place you're at within an insurance claim, you can always call us to get us involved. That's claims that are already in process and been approved. That's claims that have been denied coverage. We can get involved, take an honest assessment, and take a look at what's going on, and give our clients a real game plan on how to move forward.
They work for you guys out there. Their website is onyourside.us.com. And again, they're both residential and commercial. You're based here in Arizona, but you can work nationwide. Is that correct?
Yes, we can. We're licensed in quite a few states right now.
So the phone number again, it's 480-840-1816. It's easy to remember. It's onyourside.us.com. So, okay, Mike, I want to know something. People like stories. What are you working on right now?
Well, I'm just wrapping up a claim right now that has been ongoing for a while. It was originally a denial. So the client was told by her insurance company, you get nothing. You have absolutely no coverage for anything that's happened. She found out about us, gave us a call. She started to do some of the work herself. This was what she was at. She just was so desperate, she started to do her own mitigation, her own repair work, and was basically put into labor by her insurance company. We came in, we found coverage. We proved that the insurance company denied the claim incorrectly. We brought in experts and showed them they need to protect this. They granted the coverage. Now, we just got their coverage for all the work that she did on her own. Because that's something that a lot of people don't realize, is that if an insurance company denies your claim and you have to do your own repair work, who benefits from that? The insurance company. Because now you're still paying the same amount of premium no matter what has happened, but you're having to do the repair work, and if they're going to deny that part of your claim, that's money that they should pay you instead of what they would have paid to a contractor. So unfortunately, she had to do a lot of work, but now she's getting paid for it.
Well, you don't have to do that. You can call them. That's why the show is fantastic. You get in this phone number that you can write down or give it to someone that you know. They do second opinions all the time as well. They're both residential and commercial. Their phone number, again, it's 480 840-1816. They do free consultations, and their website is onyourside.us.com. And I love that story that you just mentioned, because, you know, here this woman, a lot of us people out there, when we're denied, we figured that's it. That's my luck. But that's not the case. They can actually have you come in and check it, and that's a wonderful story. I bet she was thrilled to have you on her side.
I was actually just talking with her on the way to the studio today, and she was absolutely giddy.
I bet you she was.
Well,
Yeah.
and Michael, it's important to point out in that scenario also, she was going from a net zero on a denial, and you were able to get a significant recovery from the insurance carrier.
Absolutely. So it's not
From zero to what? Give us a ballpark.
We're looking at between $40,000 to $45,000
Nice.
in damages and lost rents.
Right, nice. See, that's awesome. Now, Mike, I know that you also, I'm sorry, I said, I was looking at Mike and speaking at the same time. Chris, I know that you also are working on some things. What are you doing?
Yeah, I've got a lot of residential fires on my desk right now. And, you know, the thing about a residential fire that's a little bit frustrating from the policyholder standpoint is that when a fire goes up, it's pretty easy. When you have water losses, wind losses, that sort of thing, it can be a little bit trickier. But with a fire, it burned. There was smoke damage and what have you. A lot of the ones I'm working right now, it would be much more simply handled if the insurance carrier would just say, this is a total loss. If they say it's a total loss, that would then trigger policy limits. So if you have a North Phoenix home that burns and you've got insurance coverage for $250,000, if the insurance comes in and says that's a full loss, they pay the limits. But what I see repeatedly from different carriers over and over again is an ability to go in, want to do reinspection after reinspection when they're really arguing the fact that the place can be put back together, when ultimately at the end of the day we're going to find out that the costs are going to well exceed what the policy limits are in the first place. So what you have is you just have one of the 3 Ds that the insurance carriers are notorious for, which is delay, delay, delay. And it really just drives the client crazy because most clients don't understand how their policies work.
Well, how does it come, when you do it, when you come in, then obviously that's where you come in. And so you'll come in and do what?
Well, one of the things the state of Arizona licensed us to do is, or the sole thing that we're licensed to do, is understand and interpret policy. So when a client comes in, they have different carriers that offer different policies. Those policies have different legalese or speak within them. And it's our job to interpret that and make sure that the insurance carrier is doing what the insurance policy is to do, which is indemnify the claim or put it back to pre-loss condition.
Wow. Again, this is something that I believe everybody should listen up and write this number down. Don't just turn it away, go, well, I don't have anything going on, or I am insured, so I'm okay. No. Call them. They can help you. They can do second opinions out there if anybody has been dealing with something that they're right now been denied. Does it matter how long ago?
No, there are some statute of limitations, but if a claim was originally made, we have time limits that we have to work within. But right now, I've got one on my desk that happened over 2 years ago.
Really?
And evaluating it to see if the insurance company actually made a proper denial or if there are some issues that they didn't examine. And yeah, that's a 2-year-old claim and the person's been sitting on their damage for more than 2 years.
They are the best kept secret in, well, not just in Arizona, because they can help anyone in the United States as well. But here you guys, it happened to me. And if it can happen to me, it can happen to anyone. And when my adjuster came in and he said, oh, you can go to Home Depot for those shutters that were custom made for us. No, we got messed up on that.
Right.
And it hurt, and that's what they're here for you on your side. So you can call them, their phone number direct, it's 480-840-1816. Their website is onyourside.us.com. They do free consultations. They do both residential and commercial, and they do second opinions too. What would be your final words before we leave to go on a break right now?
You know, Carol, one tip that I would always give anyone that's involved with a loss, because when something happens to your home or business, you immediately start thinking we want to get it cleaned up, cleaned up, cleaned up. One of the things that we repeatedly tell our clients as soon as we come on board is you want to leave everything just like a crime scene. You kind of got to think CSI with everything. But the reason to do that is so that when we come in there, we can really deconstruct what happened to make sure that the coverage is maximized.
Well, leave it alone, and they'll come in and help and do the rest. Again, that phone number, it's 480-840-1816. We're going to go to a break, and when we come back, I want to talk further about some of the different stories and some of the different ways that you can help people out there. Check them out. Their work for you. Their website is perfect. It's onyourside.us.com. So welcome back, everyone, and we are talking with Carolyn Rhea, the owner of Professional Claims Management, and also Christopher Boardman and Michael Harker. And at the break, we've been talking a little bit about some of the different things that you wanted to talk about. So I'm going to let you take the mic. Go ahead.
All right, let's talk about some performance results.
Good idea.
Thank you. On our website, we have some case studies and then some performance results. I just thought that I would go over one or two of them. One of my favorites is one of my earlier claims where a 3,000 square foot home in Ahwatukee, the cold water supply, toilet supply line burst, flooding the whole house. The insurance carrier came out, offered them $7,000, refused to cover tile or damaged cabinets. The homeowner eventually hired me. We came in, did a scope of repairs, negotiated it to $57,000, and the carrier hadn't considered contents that were damaged or pack out of the contents in order to do the work. We won the tile, we won the cabinets, we got $28,000 for contents, ended up closing that file at just under $88,000. So we increased that by 1,200%.
Wow, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
That really is. I love hearing these stories because they are so successful, and every single time you work with someone, I guarantee you, your clients are very, very happy.
And understand when Carolyn is explaining there that we got the tile bought, the cabinets bought, all of those points were points that the insurance carrier was denying. So there was clear evidence showing that in order to put the house back to a pre-loss condition, the tile would have to be replaced. It was water. Water gets in tile. It gets underneath it. It makes it pop. So each one of those things that she was talking about fighting on was the insurance carrier saying, no, we aren't going to pay for that. And that's very important to understand about this.
And the insurance carrier, they don't want to give you a ton of money because they have to pay you a ton of money, right?
Right. It's part of the construct of the insurance environment. I was an inside claims adjuster for an insurance company for more than a decade. And just the way that they build their services, the way that they build their tools for the adjusters to use, it eliminates so many opportunities for them to do the right thing. And it forces them to settle claims at a lower amount because they otherwise can't take action. And it requires them to climb the corporate ladder to get approval to spend anything more than $5,000 or $10,000 when a lot of these claims are $100,000, $200,000.
Sure. Especially, you guys live in the nicest homes out there, and you want what you're owed. And especially when they come in, they're going to look around, and I like for us what happened. It also depends on the adjuster that comes in, the person
Of course.
it really does. And unfortunately, you can get burned, and you don't think you have any recourse, but you do. And that's, again, I'm going to say it again, what I love about my show is it's information for people out there. And maybe it is you that is dealing with something. Maybe you know somebody that has something that has happened. Tell them about it. They do both residential and commercial. Their website is onyourside.us.com. They do second opinions, and that's awesome that you do that too. And they also work nationwide. Their phone number, it's 480-840-1816.
One of the other claims that I think is incredibly interesting that you handled, Carolyn, is you handled a hotel, I believe, in Nogales. Tell us a little bit about that one.
Yes, okay. There was a microburst that came and popped the roof and caused damage interior. It was eventually noticed that there was some staining on the ceilings of some of the guest rooms, so the carrier found a contractor, filed an insurance claim. The carrier came out, I think paid around $15,000 to $20,000 for the damages that they saw. It didn't do a thorough investigation. The client was very disappointed in that. The contractor referred over to me. We went out and did our investigation. We eventually found that, where did we end up? Oh, geez.
About-
Our damages were, we estimated about 450,000, I believe. And the carrier took a look at that and turned it over to their attorneys, who reviewed everything that we gave to them, granted coverage for the additional damage, and we ended up negotiating it to 350,000.
Amazing.
A big part of that was also considering the commercial aspect was loss of income. You've got to remember, whenever there's a commercial policy in place, any time that that peril has caused any sort of outage in a business, the policy protects their insured for that. So we can always take a look at getting lost income and get them reimbursed for that.
Again, that phone number is 480-840-1816. That website is onyourside.us.com, both residential and, of course, commercial. You know, you do these free consultations with people. What can they expect? You know, I think you said that you work on a contingency basis. What does that mean?
That means that, just like hiring an attorney on a contingency basis, we're performance-based. So our income is based upon the amount of recovery that we're able to get for you. So the harder that we fight for you, the more damages that we're able to uncover and get the carrier to agree to pay, the better off everybody is. So, and in the case of a denial, there is no fee that you have to pay to us. If we lose, if we don't get that denial turned around, then you don't owe us any money. So we only take claims that we feel confident that we're able to turn around.
Well, that's awesome. And so the first thing you got to do is talk to them. It all starts with a conversation. Doesn't everything start like that?
Kinda does.
It kind of does. Some of the other things that you might want to talk about today for everybody out there. Another different, something that's a little different kind of a claim.
Well, I know that we just had some recent storms that blew through, and had fielded a call from a homeowner down here in the valley a couple of weeks ago. Went up to do a ski trip up in Flagstaff, got to their second home, and the roof had collapsed. The snow, 2 feet, I believe, that was on the roof was now melted in the living room.
The roof's not used to it.
And they were unable to go skiing that weekend.
It's clearly not one of those A-frame houses. Those will shed snow.
It does fit.
But, you know, lots of different things that you could do and help people with. And you just say that you're nationwide, is that correct?
Absolutely.
So anybody can call you from anywhere, and you will go out to them ASAP and help them out.
Absolutely.
And when you do these second opinions, the best thing for people to do is learn the information that you're talking about here, and know that you do have a choice. And I think that's what you want to get out most, because most people, you know what they do. They wake up, they see something happen, and they just call their insurance company, but they don't have to.
Again, and that goes back to our tagline, where talk to us, we'll tell you honestly what is going on with that, and we're a friend, a protector, and a partner on your side.
And that's why their website is onyourside.us.com. And you could go ahead and check them out, and you can also write this number down and put it in your phone. It's something that you may never know when you might need. That phone number, it's 480-840-1816. Again, both residential and commercial as well. When the people that call you and they're dealing with it, how long when you come in and you, what's the turnaround time usually? Does it vary for each one of them, or what's it look like? Because you know what, that's what they want to know. When am I going to get my money and fix my house back into shape? Or my business?
That is the biggest question that we get is, how long is this going to take, and you know, when can we get back into our house? And obviously, because people's lives are disrupted, they want to get back in the house. Typically, we can turn around a claim in 3 to 6 months, have everything back in, and obviously the policy also covers any additional living expenses, which would be temporary housing, which we would make sure was comparable to the home that was where the loss occurred.
Right, here's the thing, guys, you don't want to rush on something like this. When something happens and you need to have something taken care of the right way, you want to call them, because they're going to come in and they're going to assess everything, and they're going to work for you. They work on a contingency basis, and that's an awesome thing, because you know that they're going to get you the most that they can get. What are your final words, Carolyn?
Oh my goodness, final words.
For the people out there, what would you want them to know more than anything? It's your company.
I would say communication is key, is that the more you know, the better you're on. And we communicate constantly. Your insurance company,
Yeah. Yeah, let's just
Okay.
stop this for a second.
Okay.
Can we do that, can we just take, when I ask that question, can I ask that, or can we?
Yeah.
Can we do that? I'd rather do that. Can I
Ask it
give you a
again.
second now to thank?
Don't
you
direct it to me, just
Okay.
let Michael.
Okay.
I got it.
Okay,
Yeah,
you ready?
thank
you. Yep.
What did I say?
Final thoughts.
What's
Yeah,
your
wait.
final thoughts?
What are some of your final word? You ready for me?
Yep. Me? Oh, I thought you wanted me to put the microphone closer. Oh, this way?
Okay, I
Right
gotta
here?
go talk to my other guests.
Right here.
Ready?
Okay.
What are your final words, what you would want them to know from you, Mike?
I want them to know about communication. Communication is key in any claim, and oftentimes people get very frustrated. They put in a claim with their insurance company and they don't hear anything. And it's, again, the delay until someone gives up. We are going to keep you in the loop, and you're going to learn a lot about insurance from us. That's what we're here for.
That number to call again, it's 480-840-1816. They do second opinions as well. They're nationwide, both residential and commercial. Their website again is onyourside.us.com.